Welcome to Josh Anderson Art, another day of live cartoon drawing. Today I'm drawing the character Spartacus from a TV show that used to come on Nickelodeon called Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea. This one I really have very little memories of at all. In fact, when I was looking up, when I first made my vintage retro memories playlist, I think I got it mixed up with another cartoon, the mysterious Mysterious Cities of Gold. Just kind of, I don't know, maybe it's a similar color palette or something that made me mix those up. And I think the Mysterious Cities of Gold takes place sort of, or at least has South American sort of feel or something. Maybe that's where it is. I can't remember. So I'm really not sure why I mixed these two up. And I can't even remember if we watched the Mysterious Cities of Gold. Like, just really having a hard time remembering these things. But I do know we watched this show, Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea. I think my brother watched it more than I did, because I remember Spartacus pretty clearly. I remember having an argument with my brother when we were really little, probably like 7 or 8 years old, and we were arguing over whether cartoons are real. My brother, I think he was just a little kid. He was saying that he believed they were real, and I said, Spartacus from that show, he's not real. He's just a cartoon. He's drawn by somebody. So little funny things like that stick out in your memory and stay with you forever. But just now I was searching this on YouTube. Man, this show is way different than I remembered. It's a lot more trippy. And I just found out it's originally a French animation. So it's just, I don't know, very odd the way it's animated. A little bit kind of creepy, and the show's kind of deep. It seems like the things they do and stuff. Interesting. I kind of want to start watching it. I was able to find some 480p uploads, which is nice, but even so, I'm having a really hard time finding a good clear shot of Spartacus with his whole body visible. This is a pretty good one, but it's the details are really hard to see. In fact, I'm always finding this, that cartoons, they always cut them off right here at the feet, and it's not good for when you're trying to draw him. Like, I don't want to have to guess how his boots look. I want to draw it the way it was. I waste all this time finding a few other screenshots from an episode, sort of trying to do a composite of them. And I really don't have the time for all that. Shouldn't be spending so much time on these anyway.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe Arcana. Free while the sun still burns. Go on a Spartacus to the sun beneath the sea.
brought to you by Nickelodeon, or brought to us by Nickelodeon. I don't know if we would have ever known about this show if it wasn't for Nickelodeon. It's this French cartoon. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to draw his face because I just cannot see any details. And I've got a few other close-up shots, but they're just not that same angle, so it's gonna be really difficult to get this right. It's also a lot more simple animation than I remember. Like all the drawings are a lot more just very simple drawings. Like I kind of remember the show thinking like compared to the other cartoons we watched at the time, like this one was kind of realistic, like like realistic human as opposed to the like Looney Tunes sort of characters and stuff. It's just such a small little blurry picture I have to draw from. I wish I had the time to go and help edit some wikis, fan wikis and stuff like that, and contribute and get some really good high-res images of all these different cartoon characters. I don't know, for like a lot of people are just looking for the info, but for me, like I'm looking for images. Good, clear images. His nose does not look right. But the other pictures I have are very straight on. Love to hear your comments if you ever saw this show. What did you think of it? And just every picture I can find is just so low res and blurry and dark. Or the wrong angle. That's probably just going to have to do. Sorry about my voice today. It's cold for a long time.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their son, the Terror, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land Arcadia. We pass all the dragons in our magic shields. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Let and Rebecca believe our gonna free while the sun still burns. Go on a Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is on, disappear, rainbow dawn, all the baby, shine
the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believe they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one.
Yeah, that foot's kind of guessed because I can't see it.
While the sun still
Kind of a weird pose, but best I could find. And time constraints.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believe they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna breathe while the sun still burns. All the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long, disappear, rainbow dark, all the baby, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believe they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn of Arcadia, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the striders in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe are gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Go on the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn of Arcadia, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the striders in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe are gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Go on the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn of Arcadia, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Asia. We pass all the standards in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe are gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Oh, all the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is on disappear. Rainbow dawn, all the radio, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Asia. We pass all the standards in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe are gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Oh, all the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is on disappear. Rainbow dawn, all the radio, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Asia. We pass all the standards in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe are gonna breathe while the sun still burns. Oh, all the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is on disappear. Rainbow dawn, all the radio, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna wait while the sun still burns. Go on the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is disappear, rainbow dawn, all the baby, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna wait while the sun still burns. Go on the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long, disappear, rainbow dawn, all the baby, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the wall and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the silence in our magic shield. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna wait while the sun still burns. Arcadia, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the law and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the skies in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna break while the sun still burns. Go for the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn on the baby, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the law and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. All the skies in our magic ship. We're strong, our hearts now beat as one. Matt and Rebecca believe our gonna break while the sun still burns. Go on the Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn on the baby, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. They believed they were the only survivors of this great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their sun, the Terra, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the law and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Mine is the land of Arcadia. We pass all the skies in our magic ship. We're strong, I'll be as one. Matt and Rebecca believe I'm gonna wait while the sun still burns. On a Spartakus to the sun beneath the sea. We're so near to the universe, which is long disappear. Rainbow dawn on the radio, shining sun beneath the sea.
Ever since the time of the Great Cataclysm, the Arcadians have lived deep in the center of the earth. This great devastation. Their civilization thrived under the power of their son, the Terror, until it began to fail. In desperation, the children of Arcadia broke the law and entered the forbidden archives, searching for a solution. What they discovered gave them hope. Anxiously, they used their special powers and created a messenger to the people above. They named her Arcana.
Shine like the sun that lies beneath the sea. Divine is the one we call terror. Far from the world we've been so long ago. Night is the land of Asia. We pass all the skies in our